sister, she was just a kind person. She was a single mom, and she has 2 kids, Maris, who's 14, and Marky, who's 24. She was hardworking and just really was dedicated to getting a home for her kids and, creating that life with them.
How do you take news like this?
Heartbreaking. It's something that you don't ever imagine that can happen.
Yeah.
Devastating, not just to us, but to, she left kids, she's a daughter, she's a sister, she's a cousin, she's a best friend, she's, a person in this community that everybody loved, and so, it's not just us, it's our community who's suffering too. And, you think this could never happen, and it has. We don't understand why, or who did it.
What would you say to the person? There's a point that they find them and they get convicted, and there's a time for victim impact statements, and you get to look this person in the eye. What do you say?
Those are hard words to think of, what to say to them. They took a lot from us.
Hopeful that we'll find out will it bring closure? Will it do anything to help what you guys are going through?
It'll never bring back my sister, but
Single mom to 2 children. She did it all by herself. She bought her own house. She just did a lot. She was always a worker. She worked, I remember telling me the stories. I was 14 working. I started at a gas station and I worked my way up, and I just miss those times for her taking lunch from the Daily Breeze and saying, "Miss, meet me up right here so we can have lunch." And we would go, and she'd just always be happy. She's so happy.
All right, you guys ready? Ready. Okay. So can I start with your name and rank, please?
Sure. My name is Aaron Harrington. I'm a Detective 2 for South Bureau Homicide, LAPD.
All right, and can you tell us what happened that night?
Yeah, May 2nd. It was about 4:30 in the morning, actually. Monica was outside of her house at 1230 Eubank. We don't know much, but what we do know is a vehicle was going northbound on Eubank. An occupant of that vehicle shot at Monica several times, striking her and killing her. She passed away right over there where those candles are. The vehicle continued northbound. We tracked it to the Pacific Coast Highway. It's a silver Toyota Tacoma 4-door with black handles. Older model, I'd say early 2000s. And we have a picture of it too, we could probably get for you guys as well.
Right, sure thing.
Do you have any reason to believe this might be related to any of the incidents?
We don't. We don't know what the motive is, to be honest with you. We do know there was an active gang feud going on in the area. There were several murders in the area at that time, unfortunately. But we don't know it to be related for sure.
Here's a big impact in my life. I was pregnant. When I got pregnant, that's the first person I went to, and I told her, and she's like, "It's okay. It's okay. You're not the first or last single mom in this world, girl. It's all right. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna see how God's gonna take care of you and your baby girl." And I just took those words and I just ran with them. And she's like, "And you know what? Let me tell you that you were dealt cards that you weren't supposed to, and you handled that game very right." And I was just like, I looked at her and she gave me a hug. And she was a big impact in my life as a sister. I don't have a sister. She would always introduce me as the sister she traded for beans and rice. All the time. Every time we would go out, it's like, "Oh, this is my little sister that I traded for beans and rice." And